everyone. Welcome. Welcome back to Daily Duo English. It's so good to have you joining us again today. I'm Emily, and I'm really excited for what we're going to learn.
And I'm Ben. Yeah, it's great to see all of you here listening in. We're truly happy you're here with us right now.
So, today we're going to help you learn something really important in English. Something, it's one of the most important things you'll ever need to know, actually.
Yes, absolutely. We are talking about how to introduce yourself, and we want to help you do it, easily, naturally, and most importantly, with a lot of confidence, because that's what we want for all of you, right?
Absolutely, Ben. I mean, think about it. Whether you're meeting a new friend for the very first time, maybe you're talking to someone online, from another country, or even starting a job interview, which can be a bit scary.
Yeah, it can be.
This lesson is really for you because knowing how to introduce yourself properly, it's just so useful in so many situations.
Exactly. It's like the first step to making a connection, right? You want to make a good first impression. It's super important. We're going to show you some real conversations, like real people talking, and then we'll do some repeat after me practice so you can say the words yourself.
Yes, and we'll also give you some little tips to sound even more natural. So you won't sound like a robot. You'll sound like, a real person talking in English.
That's the goal. So are you ready, Emily? I think we should just jump right into a simple conversation first, just so everyone can hear how it sounds.
I think that's a great idea. Let's imagine, Ben, that you and I are meeting for the very first time right now. What would we say?
Okay, I like this. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Emily. What's your name?
Hi, Emily. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago. And you?
I'm from Boston, but I live in New York now.
Oh, cool. What do you do?
I'm a teacher and podcast host. What about you?
I'm an English teacher, too.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I love reading, playing guitar, and going to cafes.
Sounds fun. I enjoy yoga and watching movies.
Now, let's break that down a little. We used some really simple, super useful phrases in that conversation.
Yes, exactly. Like,
the first one, of course, is, hi, I'm, and then your name. Super easy.
Right. So, like, hi, I'm Emily, or hi, I'm Ben.
And then a very common and friendly phrase, nice to meet you.
Yes, and you can add to if someone says it to you first. So, nice to meet you too.
Then we asked about origin. Where are you from? This is a great way to learn about someone's background.
And the answer is simple. I'm from, and then your city or country. For example, I'm from Boston.
Or if you live in a different place now, you can say, I live in, and then the city, like I live in New York now.
Another important question is, what do you do? This asks about someone's job or their work.
And you can simply say, I'm a teacher, or I'm a student. Just keep it short.
And finally, to talk about hobbies or things you enjoy, we used I like and then an activity, like I like reading.
Exactly. You don't need long, complicated answers. Just start with these basic phrases. They are super helpful.
Okay, so we've covered the basics, but sometimes you want to share a little more about yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you might want to say your age or what you do for work, or maybe even a little bit about where you live.
Yes, that's right. You can really build your introduction step by step, adding these small details.
So let's think about how to add things like your age or what you do for work. For example, Emily, if you were introducing yourself, how could you add your age?
Sure, I could say, hi, I'm Emily. I'm 28 years old. See, it's simple. Or to talk about my job, I could say, I'm a teacher.
That's great. And it's easy to understand. So for our listeners, you can say I'm, then your age, years old. Or I'm a, then your job.
Or if you're a student, you can say, I'm a student. It's very flexible.
And about location, remember we talked about where are you from and I'm from? You can also add if you live in a different place now.
Yes. So you could say, I'm from Mexico, but I live in New York now. It gives more information without being too much.
Or I'm from London and I live in London, if you still live there. It's just adding a little more detail to make your introduction a bit more complete.
Exactly. It makes it sound more natural, like a real conversation.
Okay, so we've covered the basics and adding details like age, job, and where you live.
Right. Making it sound more natural. But a conversation isn't just about facts. It's also about connecting with someone.
Totally. And a great way to do that is by sharing what you like, your hobbies, your favorite things. It makes it more personal.
Exactly. When you're meeting someone, it's fun to share things you enjoy. It helps people get to know the real you beyond just basic facts.
Yeah, it opens up the conversation too. So let's talk about hobbies and favorites. How can our listeners share these things simply?
Well, you can start with I like or I enjoy. It's very straightforward. For example, you could say, I like cooking.
Or I enjoy watching movies. That's a good one. What about favorite foods?
Oh, that's easy. You can say, my favorite food is pizza. Or, my favorite food is pasta. Whatever your favorite is.
That's cool. And what if you want to talk about general preferences? Maybe something you love doing or something you don't really like?
Sure, you could say, I love going to the beach. Or if there's something you don't like, you can say, I don't like cold weather. That's a classic for me, Ben.
I can imagine. So the key here is keeping it simple, right? Just one or two things you like.
Yes, just one or two is perfect, especially when you're first introducing yourself. It gives the other person something to respond to.
And, Emily, when we're talking about making conversations more personal, what about family? Just a little bit, not too much.
Oh, that's a great point, Ben. Sometimes sharing a very small detail about your family can make the conversation feel even more real, more like you're talking to, well, a real person, not just someone reading from a script.
Exactly. It helps build a connection, doesn't it? It shows a little bit more about your life.
Yes, exactly. So you can add just a little piece of information like, I have one sister.
Or maybe something about what your parents do. For example, my mom is a nurse.
Or my dad works at a school. These are just simple facts, but they add depth to your introduction.
Yeah, it's like adding another brushstroke to the painting of who you are. It's not a lot of information, just a small detail to make it feel more complete.
Right. And remember, you don't have to share these things, but if you feel comfortable, it can definitely make the conversation flow better and feel more, personal.
This helps the conversation feel more real, like a real person, not a robot.
So, Ben, we've talked about simple introductions, then adding age, job, location, even hobbies, and a little bit about family.
Right, and we really want our listeners to hear how all these pieces can fit together naturally.
Exactly. So let's show you another example. This time, we'll try to add more detail, combining everything we've talked about so far.
Yeah, let's put it all together. Let's go. Imagine we're meeting again, but we're going to share a bit more this time.
Okay, I'll start. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Toronto originally, but I live in New York now.
Nice to meet you, Emily. I'm Ben. I'm 30 and I'm from London.
Oh, cool. What do you do, Ben?
I'm a graphic designer. Yeah, I really love art. What about you, Emily?
Awesome. I'm a teacher, and I really love yoga.
Nice. I also like going for long walks, especially when the weather's good.
So natural, right? That's how a real conversation can sound.
Totally. And now, for everyone listening, it's time to practice. We'll say a sentence, and then we want you to repeat after us. It's like your turn to speak out loud.
Ready, here we go. We'll give you a little pause so you have time to repeat. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Boston. I live in New York. I'm an English teacher.
I like yoga and books. Okay, great job repeating after Emily. Now, it's your turn to answer. I'm going to ask you some questions, just like we would in a real conversation. And you can answer out loud. Don't worry about being perfect, just try your best. Ready? Here's the first one.
What's your name?
And next, where are you from? Good, good. How about this one? Where do you live? Okay, almost there. What do you do? And last one for this round. What do you like to do? Great job. You're doing amazing with that practice. It's really important to try speaking out loud.
Yeah, that's it. And now we want to give you a few tips, 3 practical tips actually, to help you sound even more natural when you're speaking English.
These are really helpful. So, number 1, smile when you speak. It really, really helps your tone. It makes your voice sound friendly.
That's so true. Your voice changes when you smile, even if people can't see you.
Exactly. Okay, tip number 2, speak slowly and clearly. This is so important, especially when you're starting out. It's more important than speaking fast. Just be clear.
Yes, absolutely. Don't rush it. And tip number 3 for sounding natural.
Practice out loud every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Seriously, just say things out loud.
Yeah. And don't be afraid of mistakes. Seriously, people understand you're learning, so just try.
That's right. The more you speak, the better you get. It really, really works.
Okay, so we've covered a lot today, right? Let's do a quick recap of everything we learned. What did we talk about today, Emily?
Well, first and foremost, we learned how to introduce your name, right? That's always the first step. Hi, I'm Emily.
Right, simple but important.
And then we talked about how to say your age, your city, and your job. Like, I'm 28 years old, I'm from Toronto, and I'm a teacher.
Exactly, giving a little bit more detail.
Then we covered how to talk about your hobbies and your favorites. This makes the conversation much more interesting. I love reading, or my favorite food is pizza.
Which is always a good thing to share.
Totally. And we also focused on how to ask questions like, what do you do? Or where are you from? It's not just about giving information, but also asking.
Very important for a two-way conversation.
And finally, the most important thing is to practice slowly and confidently. Don't rush it.
That's it. You've already learned so much, really, so you should be proud of yourself.
Exactly. So that's it for today's lesson, everyone. Now you really know how to introduce yourself in English, like a pro.
You totally do. And hey, if you found this episode helpful, please, click that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss our next lesson, and definitely leave us a comment.
Yes, in fact, practice right now, right away. Introduce yourself in the comment section below.
Yeah, tell us your name, where you're from, and maybe one thing you really love doing. We'd love to read them.
We would. We're your daily duo.
And your English-speaking buddies.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.